Stack Conqueror. Last auto will take down the Cho'Gath. Sakowicz finally joins the ranks of the rest of his team, who have just been killing Team B all across the rift.
That was Mordekaiser's first solo kill, and that will secure him an earlier Rift Maker, which is actually insane. And once he starts TPing into the fights, his team is gonna be very grateful for that. He's just gonna take out one person for free. No one can really fight him, and yeah, it's just gonna be over for that person. And then you just gotta have to hope that the 4 other members of the other team can carry. So yeah. Yon, meanwhile, looking for a little bit of a trade back. It does come out quite positive, so it's pretty good for now. But does take too much poke right now just to take the hit. Dodges the ultimate illusion, and he gets taken down by the last tower shot, and he's just gone.
Fate sealed there. I love how both the Yone and the Yasuo ultimates, I mean, they have cool names, but they also can kind of backfire. Fate sealed. Yone's fate was sealed there. A nice flash away from Lizard. Takes down the Yone with the help of the tower.
Yeah, okay, we have Ramos. Ramos just has to look for more ganks now, honestly. As long as Ramos isn't present in the game, I don't think the lanes can win by themselves. We have very, very strong early game solo lanes. Literally in every single lane. They need the Ramos to gank. They don't need him to farm. They need him to gank all the time. That's a lot of fucking damage. Wow.
Yeah. Man, Augusto is just going crazy there. Didn't have the death realm this time around, but it did. I mean, it almost looked like a replay last time, just stacking the Conqueror, stacking the passive, smacking him there with the mace. And looking for another pull here.
Again, another smack to the head.
Man, Team B not having fun here. Less than 10 minutes in, they're down almost 5,000 gold already. There is the look of the Seraphine, but no follow-up means it won't be enough. Does
already have life. Here comes the roly-poly.
Oh, but Seaweed is here as well. That's a lot of damage on the Xin Zhao. Diving onto the Seraphine, gets the flash out of the Jhin. The ultimate is going to keep Xin Zhao alive for the time being. There's the curtain call coming through, but there's so much shielding. And the Inferno trigger is going to finish him off. Seaweed gets credit for the kill. That's the Ramus under turret. Kiri, though, has gone too far. Will get the kill, but will pay for it. Finally, Team B get a second kill, but still Team A going all over the place and picking up kills left and right.
Yeah, they're starting to go literally behind their turrets in order to take these kills. Top lane, bot lane, even mid lane. Their Yone is getting harassed behind his turret before he can even enter the lane. It's getting really, really rough for the red team. And they have to look to end the laning phase as soon as possible in order to join those team fights. But it's not going to be advantageous anymore because they don't have the lead. They don't have the items. They don't have the XP. And they don't have the gold in order to fight. And here comes the ultimate from Lucian.
The culling, he can't finish it off though. Gotta be careful with the turret aggro there. But very, very close to yet another solo kill. Another solo bolo there for Team A. Doesn't quite happen, but you have to think the risk continues to be there. 5-1 Samira, 3-1 Lucian, 3-0 for Seaweed on the Xin Zhao.
10 minutes, we're having a 5k gold lead. I mean, this is a lot to deal with as a red team. And here comes
the flash over the wall.
The TP is coming in order to help for the Lucian, but he cannot dive inside the turret. The Ramos is able to secure the ward.
What a play. Steve Simmons flashes under the turret, ults the Blitzcrank with the solo kill.
He just doesn't care. He just goes in.
Be mad.
Yeah, he's the support. I mean, he's just killing the mid laner. The mid laner is not getting any farm. It's pretty huge.
I mean, Steve was mad because he was the only one on Team A without a kill, right? He had to find one. He's willing to do anything to get it. He said this 1 HP Yone, he's been 1 HP under his turret half the game. I'm going to pick that one up, and he sure does. Does pay for it once again. You know, Afro has been here in time to pick up a lot of kills, and man, just continue to dish out the pain on this Cho'Gath.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if he takes tower shots, apparently. And the turret taken down at 12 minutes already. Rift Herald's probably going to crash one more time before going down here.
Yeah. Another charge.
And now Xin Zhao is already invading the enemy jungle 24/7. He's in there. He's trying to set up for bot lane, perhaps even go for a gank. Wow. Those hooks are landing all the time. I mean, we've seen some good hookers today. We've seen some Blitzcranks.
It's mostly been him, and we've seen
Yeah, we've seen Trashes, we've seen Nautiluses, but we didn't see Blitzcranks. Oh, if that would have hit too, honestly, I would have lost it. I would have had another voice crack.
I bet he picks up the pike if there was a game 4 that we got.
Ultimates, 3, 2, 1, there we go.
Fate Field's gonna come in, the Encore finds the Blitzcrank, and down goes Steve Simmons. But here's the teleports coming in, flashes forward by everybody, trying to take down one more, and now perhaps too far is the Cho'Gath. Silence is there, but the piercing light is true. Double kill for Lizard. Now they're looking for the Seraphine, and Team B. It looked like maybe they found hope, but they get only 1 kill in the Blitzcrank. They lose almost everyone on their team in exchange.
Yeah, now just clearing wards, pushing turrets, pushing for plates. The plates are going to be gone soon, in 40 seconds exactly. And yeah, they're just getting all of them. They're just getting a lot of top, a lot of bot lane. Yeah, let's see what they're able to do with the gold. But from like till now, it just seems like they're just snowballing this out of hand. And it doesn't look good anymore for the red team. In order for them to come back, they just have to stabilize. They just have to turtle up. Here comes... oh yeah, a misstep.
Oh, Gusto, he's fine. He's in the death realm. He can maybe just kite it out. He's walking right into him, but okay, he's gonna walk back out, get the pull, flash over the wall. He's still alive, but maybe he baited his jungler, the Xin Zhao exhaust.
And
the kill for Afro.
They needed a little bit more coordination there, and they would have both gotten away. But it's good. It's a good thing that the whole team was there to punish a mistake, right? Because they don't have the advantage to punish anymore in an even scenario. They have to look for the mistakes at this point. And now they're pushing.
Yeah,
trying to look for
anything they can find. I mean, 8,000 gold down right now, less than 15 minutes into the game. 2 Drakes going to Team A. I mean, it's not a perfect game, but it's pretty close for Team A. They're running away with it.
Let's see if we can see a Vombo combo before this game is actually over, because that will be like red team's hope. He's dodging everything here. Wow. That was amazing.
Coming through, actually puts the Ignite down onto the Mordekaiser. Fate Sealed is available. Here it comes. He's going to have the damage with 1 more auto. In fact, it is Sword there on the Seraphine who picks it up. Curtain Call is going to fire away. Let's see if he can find anything. Looking for the Blitzcrank, not going to find Steve Simmons there. Does get the passive out of the Blitz. That may be it for the time being. I think so.
A little more now, which I'm very happy to see for the red team. Honestly, like that was a very good thing that they're like grouping already. They have identified their team comp. They know they can't fight them by themselves anymore. They are trying to CC them. Ram is going here for catch. Punishing position very well.
Oh, Lizard, he jumped forward there with the culling, looking for the kill, and he winds up getting punished for it. Now Seaweed potentially Encore is going to find 1 wind wall, will prevent that from hitting Kiri, but the Xin Zhao will not be so lucky. He's going to dive on the back line, look for 1, he's not going to find it. Barely the heal is going to keep the Seraphine alive. So again, punish after punish. Perhaps Team A getting a little too overconfident.
They're just not realizing that this is their win con. They're grouping as 5 people now, and they're still trying to do the same shenanigans as they were doing in the laning phase, fighting as 2 people, fighting as 3 people. That won't work. These guys are already grouped. These guys have ended their laning phases early. So this is actually like, I'm very happy to see this, that there is a team that pulls through in their win condition and that knows how to play from behind. Like, actually, this is like very exceptional. I usually never see this in Platinum.
Surprising stuff, but nice to see some big brain play, some strategic planning going on, and now things settling into a little bit of a lull as Team A maybe realizing, hey, we got to take a breath. We can't keep throwing our lives away like that, even with a huge gold lead. You never know, and a nice dodge out with the Gale Force on the hook there by Momentum Shift. And here comes Ramus. Yeah, okay, I got baited. I thought he was going so fast, I thought there's no way he doesn't go in, but he didn't go in.
Yeah, against this enemy team comp, the Jhin only had literally one option, the Gale Force, and that was, nice dodge again.
Fate Sealed is gonna miss, and now we have another fight here in mid. Maybe looking for the hook is Steve Simmons, see if we can find it. There's no Gale Force available from Momentum. Not able to find the hook though.
Yeah, we have, like, look, they're grouping now too, going to the objective. But still, like, I think that the shutdowns, like, all in total, like, all of the shutdowns that the red team got literally stabilize like the entire game for now. And even if like blue team would get soul, they will be able to stabilize. Even if blue team gets soul, they still have a very good chance of winning this game. I'm 100% sure.
Well, we'll wait and see. They're trying to stabilize, trying to get. They're bleeding out. It was big trouble. Heart was going to stop beating. You know the. It's cardiogram, whatever it is in the hospital. It looked like it was flatlining. That's the word I'm looking for. They were flatlining, but they're back. They're shocked back to life. Maybe they have a chance still in this game, but Team A is going to be stacking that Drake. However, looks like B are going to trade it for that Rift Herald top side, unless A is.
Jhin is a little bit isolated. It's looking, yeah, it looks like they want to fight this. They're trying to force.
They found it. The smite went down. I didn't see who got it, but open up with the curtain call. The ultimate's layered on top. Death Realm comes through. The Inferno trigger is popped, though. Kiri is going to help his team. Double kill for Lizard, and the rest of Team A should be able to clean this one up. They're looking for Afro. Only Seraphine surviving. It actually looks like Kiri still wants to find her, but looks like going the wrong direction. But a 4-for-2 in favor of Team A.
Even though this fight looked like it was very winning, like for blue, like from the beginning, I think like the Reds played it pretty well, honestly. They could have, if they would have played it a little bit better, like if blue made like a few more mistakes, I think they could have like turned this around completely. They had a very good strategy here to just group up as 5 people, trying to like keep them away. The only thing they could have tried that would have been better perhaps is just to peel off the objective at that point, not try to force it too much. But if some of the people from the blue team want to chase after, that's the opportunity for them to punish, to get something back, and at that point they can just give the Rift Herald. It's just the second Rift.
No. Fate sealed there onto Steve Simmons, and not a lot that Blitzcrank can do. Kill gonna go over to Afro Zonian. We'll see what they can do.
Once again, they're
time in the power play.
Yeah, they're doing Rift Herald now. Baron is gonna be up soon. It's gonna be the only objective up because Dragon is still has some time being down. Rift Herald very good here, not able to crash, so they get it full health for the next turret. Xin Zhao is rotating onto them. Let's see if he's gonna engage.
There he goes. He's found the Yone. He's going to have to take that line right back into the middle of the enemy team. Samira is waiting for him. Going to go into the 2. The Cho'Gath, that's 1 kill. That's an Inferno trigger. Samira, Kiri is popping off. He's found 3. He's got the triple. He's looking for the quadra. And there it is. The ace comes through. In an instant, Team B looked like they're clawing it back. But it all goes wrong in mid lane. Lizard takes down Rammus, and Kiri takes down the rest for Team A.
Yeah, they're getting very confident now. Every time like they're trying to, they get like 1 pick, they're trying to step up. But it looks like the 4v5 is still stronger for like the blue team. So they have to switch up their strategy here. They might just have to turtle up. They might just have to stay, even if they get 1 pick. They're like, no, we still can't fight them, guys. We just have to stay back. We just have to sit back, relax. Perhaps if we get 2 picks, then we can just delete them and go for the objective. But for now, they just have to play safe. Give some jungle, give some CS in order to keep this game going.
Yep, Team A, it looked like once or twice they may be overstepping, get a little bit overconfident here, but when you look at the 11,000 gold lead that they have built up right now, they got to be feeling pretty good about this one. Creston towards Soul with their next Drake take. Should be a Baron possibility in the next few minutes if they can get some picks. Team A is going to be looking for that, and that is a very strong Lucian and an insanely strong Samira they've got going there. 3 items already, 12, 1 in 5, 700 gold bounty. That would be a big shutdown if they can take down Kiri, but that is a lot of firepower for Team A.
Yeah, there's a lot of things both teams can improve on at this point. Oh, are we looking for a pick here? Looks like Blitzcrank got the hook.
Oh, they found Sakowitz. That's a lot of damage from the Samira. Surprising. That is a tanky Cho'Gath, but Samira does not care. Now the talk comes through onto Lizard. He's going to get fate sealed. Culling is there, but it's interrupted. Big shutdown going over to the Yoda, but it's going to be punished right back. Now a double kill for Kiri. Exhaust is down onto the Xin Zhao flash. Looking for the follow. He does find the spear, and Seaweed picks up the kill. Only 2 left for Team B. Jhin has got to hightail it out of there. He's going to flash away. but Team A are continuing this push. They've got a 1-4 going right now. Well, 1-3 actually, they've got Lucian already dead. Are they looking to end the game? I think potentially.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea. They have to definitely end it soon. And yeah, I mean, okay, they are able to defend for this one, but let's see if Zinzao is able to get away here. Probably not. Gets taunted and...
Oh, the feast does come through. Down goes Seaweed, but still the structures are falling. Team A's unstoppable, seemingly march to victory continues right now. Here comes the Fate Seal over the top, but still the Inferno Trigger comes through. There's the fully stacked S from Kiri popping off. The knockup is going to stop him, but he's still alive. Somehow the lifesteal coming in clutch. Triple kill for the Samira. There's the pentakill. Kiri picks it up. We finally see a penta today. I love to see it. Team A, clean house. One more structure will be taken down. The Nexus is the last one standing. Team A obliterate Team B, and they pick up a 23-minute victory.
Went so fast in the end, like the pentakill, I didn't even see it coming, honestly. Like, what they were falling like one, two, like one after the other, and there was the penta. Wow. Okay, like...
Yes, I think we can make some room on our analyst desk here for some words from the victors. Pleasure to have you guys here. That was a fast game. That was a fun game. Pretty cool to see. I mean, we saw the Samira pick, the Lucian pick come in. And one thing that jumped out to us in the draft was just this does seem like you guys wanted to play really fast, aggressively early on. Were you guys really just saying we're all in on that? That was the plan here?
Well, game one we played scaling, but we won early, so it didn't really matter. And then game two we played scaling again, but we gave up way too much, and we just decided that since we've never played together, that we don't have enough synergy to just play scaling effectively. So we were just gonna play win lane, win game. So that's what we came into the draft with the idea. So we just picked Lucian to win lane, and then picked a comp to just counter theirs pretty much. Lucian,
Yeah, that was actually very smart, but I would like some. There was definitely some thought behind the last two picks. Can you a little bit explain like what you were thinking there? What were the actual counters?
What were the last two picks again?
Samira Mordekaiser definitely were well thought out, and I would just like your guys' explanation.
Okay, so we needed AP. So we thought our top laner said he plays a colleague when Mordekaiser, but if I wanted to counter bot lane with Samira, because Samira shits on both of those, then we needed something to keep Rammus off my face. And that's the one I said it like 4 or 5 times. I made it very clear that if Rammus is on my face, we don't win the game. So he said he could play Mordekaiser, so we locked in Mord for our AP and to counter Rammus, and then Samira for the counter bot lane.
Yeah, that was actually very good on like many multiple levels, because the Mordekaiser, he can also like ult whatever he wants on the enemy team, and it will actually turn out very good for your team, right? So he has like Mordekaiser literally has no bad matchups against that enemy team, as well as like Samira. Samira can just after her team like peels for her, even with the Blitzcrank, it's like she can just get so ahead that she just blows up one squishy after another. As soon as she's in there. And they're just so ranged. So they have like a range advantage, but they can't do anything melee, right?
And the big thing is we seen Jin Samira round 1, round 2, and it was like there's two picks that really shit on both Samira and Jin, and it's either Samira or Twitch. And we decided that since we were just gonna go win lane, win game, that Samira was the right play.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What happened? I mean, that was domination. Oh, go ahead, Easy.
Yeah, no, I definitely had a question just for you and the coach. Why not take exhaust in Samira?
Because you don't need it in that matchup. Who am I gonna exhaust besides Yone?
Yeah, so I personally enjoy taking exhaust just because even if they do flash, it's a guaranteed kill, because exhaust works in two ways. It lowers the defenses of the opposite, the person that you're exhausting, so it makes them more vulnerable to whatever damage you're doing, and it also slows them, so it keeps them in your range, which is super amazing for a kill lane.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Did they add that back? Because I'm pretty sure they removed the resistance debuff on exhaust like 4 years ago.
Yo, no cap.
Yeah, click on exhaust. Exhaust targets the enemy, reducing their move speed by 30 and their damage dealt by 40%.
Oh yeah, no, that's. I'm sorry. What did I say? I was saying the
You,
damage. It
yeah,
reduces.
you said it reduces their resistances, so they take more damage.
Oh my bad. I meant like the damage that they're gonna be doing in return.
Well, the way I looked at it is, the only person I'm really going to exhaust this game, unless I
Mm-hmm.
exhaust Gen 4th shot, is Yone, and I wasn't too worried about Yone.
Gotcha. You're just
So
super confident that you're gonna be smashing the lane.
I just think heal's better in that matchup. I personally only like taking exhaust if I'm against Tristana.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Good to know. Good to know.
How were the comms that game? Like, were you guys like more fun, more troll vibe, or was it like very serious until the end?
We came into the game with a really serious mindset because we knew we should have won game 2, but we drafted and then played around it super poorly. So when we got into the game, it was really serious. But as the game went on and we realized that it was just over at 12 minutes, it was more relaxed. Everyone was laughing, having a good time.
All right. Yeah, it makes sense. And other than that, do you have like any players you want to shout out in your team? Like, who's your shot caller? Was there like any calls that were like very essential to your guys' play?
Our shot calling was a mess. Let me tell you. You
All
put five,
right.
you put
Okay. He's got stories. Let's go.
you put 5 players on the team that have different views of the game that have never played together, and then you're just like, speak your mind. It's a bunch of fucking shit. Let me tell you.
So
Oh,
you don't have
gotcha.
like one person like doing it a little bit like calmer, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit better
Uh,
than everyone else. You just decided that you're just like all gonna call and you're just all gonna scream out like, "Oh, this person, no, this person."
Jungle and support were probably the most active when it came to talking, but it was still a mess.
Okay, okay.
It was a mess nonetheless. But yeah, shout out wise, shout out to Damien for coming in and subbing since our support was sick.
Nice, nice. Question for the coach. What was your draft strategy going into the 3 games?
Full on player draft. Yeah, we were just sending it. It was fun. I just kind of wanted to see like their mindsets going into the game, and like I wanted to see them perform on champs that they were comfortable with. So I think that doing player drafts in a scouting grounds format like this would probably be more effective in like seeing their best play styles and the things that they really enjoy playing.
Yeah, man. You ended up like drafting an actual comp that like worked out perfectly together and against the enemy team though. It was not just player. Like when I looked at your guys' team, I did not think like this was drafted like tailored towards the players. I thought like, wow, this is a very well thought out draft against the enemy team, and you guys just have a like champion identity, like comp identity that fits well together, which is like early game beatdown, right? So, and I also have another question. Um, so in order to make the last game more smooth, in order to like prevent a lot of like the mistakes and like the throwaway kills and like the one person going in, like what can your team improve? Like what can they improve on?
I think having a set game plan from the beginning is going to eliminate a lot of those flaws that you'll see, especially when the players have never played together. Establishing like specific objectives that you want to accomplish, especially in the early game, is really important to eliminate some of those like flaws that you may see in like a solo queue game. You're going to see people like going for plays that you would never want to see in a competitive setting. During this draft, I did explain what I thought that their comp was good at. I do think they accomplished like the goals of like the early objective control. The jungler specifically called out a specific play that he wanted to do, which was red into a mid lane gank, into a top lane invade. Um, Basically, we laid out that the laners need to communicate with the jungler whether or not they're going to have prio for him to invade. That was done really well. So compliments to the mid and top laner. They both understood that what they needed to do in that specific scenario. So yeah, again, I think just laying out a game plan and having them follow it is really key, especially when they've never played together.
Amazing. Like, well, very well said. And yeah, I'll pass it back to Vest.
Thank you very much. Well, I don't know that I have too many more questions. I'll throw out a quick comment. Sick pentakill for sure. That was fun to see. That was a nice little cherry on top for the games here. But
yeah, I
Well,
love that you went. You didn't go the executing on Samira. It would be such a huge bait to go that.
if I would have went that, I wouldn't have killed Cho'Gath.
Yeah, no, you never would have. Trust me, before the game started, I was like, Cho'Gath and Rammus are your biggest bane because killing
See?
high armor and high health champions as Samira is so hard. It's
Yeah.
so hard.
See, you doubted me game 1 and game 3.
What
That's
do
all
you-
I'm gonna say.
Wait, what?
Game 1, all I hear whenever I'm loading into the game is all I'm saying is if I'm playing ADC, I don't want to be Vayne this game.
Okay,
Nautilus ult into Zed ult.
I barely talk in game one. Okay, no. Listen,
that was-
listen. Your win
Man,
performance. Yeah.
I've entered so many Vayne games, so you'll have to forgive me. When I see that, I'm thinking of my Vayne. Your Vayne is far too clean. That was nice to see. I was
Here's-
cheering you on in game. If you watched the VOD,
Yeah.
I had
here's-
your
Did
back.
that game too. Like I had the 1v2 where I died.
Listen.
But-
it's
but I-
Kiri. It's all good. I will say even in game two, your Ezreal was giga clean. You were up 30 CS on the enemy laner, even though you were by yourself. So don't worry about that. If people are looking for who's a good player, they will notice you. Okay, so definitely don't worry about that. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Okay.
I was just picking on you, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm just sad that game 1 I entered the 1v2 where I died solo bot lane. I canceled like 3 auto attacks on Kai'Sa after I condemned her into the wall.
I saw that. That was close, man.
Like-
You got plenty of highlight plays, though. I mean, you got the pentakill.
Yeah.
Am I
No
the
one
only,
will remember the penta.
Alright.
am I the only person to get a penta?
Maybe.
Well, the games that we streamed, I mean, there was 3
History of League of Legends. Yes, you were.
Oh yeah, dude. Of all League of Legends, easy.
You're the first one ever. It's taken us
Son,
all these
say-
years.
It's
We
taken
finally
11
got the
years. 11 years.
All right, we're gonna get one other team to get an interview before we end it for the night. So thank you, Kiri. Thank you, Steve Slipstream, for joining us. It was a blast having you for the proving rounds. And
Six would say.
yeah. Any last words? Any advice for ADCs? Given that you both are ADC mains for the solo queue players.
Focus on CS. Play for yourself. Solo queue's a monster. Don't trust your teammates.
Always take jungle camps. Always. Your jungle
Oh.
camps are yours.
Oh, man.
That's also true. As an ADC in solo queue, you only believe in yourself. You don't have a front line. You don't have a support. You are playing like you're 1v5.
Those are words to live by.
All right,
And then-
wonderful.
And then think of it: if you die, you lose. Because if you die, then your team wins. They don't understand. People don't understand. I've been to D2. They still don't understand. You trade 1 for 1, and then they're like, "We should fight this 4v4," and you're like, "Hey, how about you wait until the 6-1 Tristana comes back up?" And they're like, nah, we'll just full send it at drag."
Always send it.
If you're not sending it, what are you doing?
Very true.
All right, thank you so much. Congrats on the 2-1 overall night, and thank you so much for joining us for this interview. It was very insightful.
Yep, no problem. Have a good
Thank
one.
you guys. Y'all have a good
Thanks,
night.
guys.
All right, we're gonna get I think 2 more players in before we end it for the night. If you want to give me 2 minutes to grab them.
Cool. I think we're getting some more interviews going on.
Wait, hello? Is this push to talk only? Okay, it is.
All right, well we have Tetra from Team 4, I believe. or team 3? What team were you?
Yeah,
Tetra?
I remember the Gwen. That was like
That's what I'm
impressive.
saying.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
All right, so what was your thought going through those games? Were you like planning to like solo carry, or were you actually like communicating with your team and like doing like the short calling? What was the vibe?
So, the jungle and I play together a lot, so we have really good synergy together. And then, all of my teammates played really well. I was really proud of the bot lane. And, we just went into the game, figured we play as a team, we'll probably win.
Hello
That
guys,
was
hello
just
guys,
the
what's
whole
up
idea.
guys? Is this Duna? Is this Duna?
Yeah, we're talking. So Tetra, go on.
I was finished my play. I just play as a team, went in, try to play together, see if we win that way. And it worked out.
Major contrast, by the way, from the solo queue advice we just heard from the other people we interviewed, which was as AD carry, ignore all your teammates, take all camps, don't listen to them at all. Like the teamwork one sounds
yeah.
pretty good to me for a competitive setting.
Yeah, to be fair, it was advice for the solo queue.
For
so-
solo queue, right.
Yeah.
Very different.
So what was so I personally have not seen Gwen in the mid lane. What was the thought process behind there, Tetra and Duna?
So you
Uh,
see,
Go ahead, go ahead.
you pick Gwen in a melee matchup because you will always win the melee matchup level 1 to level 3. Level 4 and 5 it becomes harder until you get level 6, and then you win it again until you get your item, and then you lose it until you don't have your item. So picking Gwen is easy because they're basically all AD. You can just pick Bramble, Tab Eyes, whatever you want, and just fight them, right? And that's what he did for the most part. But then he fucked up his lane because he was retarded, and he didn't ward on the left side of the lane. Instead, he warded Raptor Pit at 4 minutes, which is you never want to ward Raptor Pit at 4 minutes because it's useless. You want to ward Line Bush at anything after 3 minutes, 30 seconds. You want to ward Line Bush. You already know. Okay, I'm sorry, easy.
Yeah, I did. I was actually curious of one thing. You know, I thought it was kind of cool. We were looking at draft, and maybe we're overthinking it, but I saw the Lee Sin, the Diana, and the Gwen come in. Was this something where you guys kind of knew right from the get go where all those three champs were going to go, or were you kind of thinking about the opportunity to flex some of those around different positions?
Yeah, so I think the last game's a good example, right? Like we took the Nocturne mid because we liked the matchup. As a mid laner, I would say I'm pretty flexible. So even the last game, we said maybe I take Poppy mid if something goes wrong top lane. But the whole idea is right. We get these Lee Sin, Diana, Gwen, whatever flexes, and it's really hard for the enemy to pick into them. They have to try to pick into 3 different laners instead of 1.
Yeah, flexing is a big part of drafts. Like to have a really successful draft, flex picks are amazing to have.
Okay, so question. I know personally that Tetra is a drafting coach in many occasions. So were there any clashes between you two as to what you should be picking, what you should not
Not
be picking?
really. Usually when we do drafting, it's kind of like I ask player and player gives feedback, and if I don't like it, then my command overrules his command. That's usually how it works. But usually Tetra and me are kind of on the same page with his picks and my picks. 'Cause I agree with what he thinks about the game, and then he sometimes agrees with what I think about the game. So it kind of works out.
Yeah, like a good example is game 1 on our last pick. I don't know if you guys saw it, but our last pick, it was for mid lane. He said, "I trust you to pick like whatever you think is good here. Here's what I think is good, but whatever you think is good will work." It's just kind of like a push and pull kind of thing.
Is that why you lost game 3?
Game 3, I wasn't a part of draft game 3. Because I was talking to Misty, dude.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Misty
fine.
and fucking Dan.
Any other questions? Echo West.
I think that's pretty much it. Do you play Gwen in solo queue too?
I don't really play solo queue, but yeah, I've been practicing Gwen a lot.
Hey, you and
I
me.
was playing top lane before this, so yeah, I practiced quite a bit of Gwen.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, thank you for joining us, Tetra and
Duna.
Any last words that you wanna embark on the solo queue players on the league community before you leave?
Tetra, you go first.
Yeah, my jungle is a fucking smurf. I know I swear, but my jungle is insane. Bravo is the best player ever.
Yeah.
All right, guys, catch me on Twitter at I_am_Duna. And catch me on Proving Grounds and Open Qualifiers soon.
Okay.
My team is Faker. We have Faker in the mid lane, Kryron jungle. Shout out to Rising Stars Academy too. a really good team, really good friend of mine. Gang gang. Go America.
All right. Thank you so much, Una. Thank you so much, Tetra. Thank you for joining us. Aku, Vest, any last words before we close the stream out for the night?
I mean, honestly, like after the first game, I just thought the other two games were just gonna be super boring, but they proved us wrong. So I'm really happy about that. And it really seemed like a lot of the players, I don't know. I just hope like some of the players can just tune into the cast, perhaps like learn a thing or two like about like the neutral insight about like how everything went. Because sometimes you just look at your draft and like your ideas and like how you want to play, but you don't like consider the enemy strategies. So yeah, I hope like someone was able to take some like a few things like here and there with them, is able to tune into the VOD, perhaps like see what they could have done. Yeah, that's all I hope for. What about you, Vest?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Hey, I had a lot of fun. I love Cassie, the guys. I mean, it was fun. Shout out to the teams, of course, putting on a great show, some cool games, and the organizers. Easy. I know it's not easy to produce the show, and so I definitely appreciate you running all that. A lot of fun.
Yeah, and I appreciate you, Matt. I think that's gonna be it from us from CCG. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a good night.
See you.